Look, we've had an incredible trip over this last weekend. The reason this activist conference came about and you were invited, this was not an open conference, you were invited, is because we are trying to build a movement of 300 activists every week out on the street. If you do the maths, we had about 90 people here at this conference this time that is out in the street. We should have had 300, right? But we haven't got 300, and that's where you guys come in, first and foremost. What do we have? We had the world's leading physical economist address us. The world's leading genius in the footsteps, literally, of Leibniz. And people missed that. But we benefited from it because Lynn said, by the way, he had a lot of fun talking to us Aussies. Bit of behind the scenes intelligence there, and of course we enjoyed having him too. So we want to do that sometime in the future. Now I put on the table what our policy direction is going to be for the federal elections. We are personally responsible for saving 4.5 billion human lives. We are facing genocide. That is the population policy that we have to fight in this federal campaign. We have the power to do that. We have the power to put and to mass outreach, but it begins with one-on-one organising with you guys first and foremost. You know, Robbie took us through the proof that we're not apes, that we're human beings, that we have this power of cognition. It's proved. And then last night we demonstrated it in person through all the musical presentations to, again, demonstrate creativity. It wasn't entertainment. That's the slip, that's the brainwashing, that's the positivism, that's the empiricism that infects us with the disease that I charged that all of you guys had. I've got it too, so I know what it looks like. All right? I'm not proud of it because it means that it's crippling in terms of our powers of creativity. But we expressed, I think last night, I know some of the youth said that was the best music album we've done yet. There was an actual elevation in the quality of creativity and the work that was done. But one thing it's important to note, as the West Australians with their poetry and their presentations, it takes a lot of work. Creativity requires a lot of work. So don't be surprised if you embark on this process of learning poetry or whatever, which I hope you will think about doing, or singing, that it does require a lot of work. Then we come in this morning, we had an incredible class by Elisa, where she showed in art, in philosophy, what the attacks are on us as human beings and the disgusting takedown of our humanity, of our creativity. Gabby followed that up. The priesthood of monetarism, parliamentary systems. She showed us why we stink as a parliamentary system in this country and why we should just demolish the damn thing. Yeah. Republic is what's needed. Where's the proof of that? Where's the intellectual wisdom come from that? Well, go to what Nolene just said then. Charles Harper. Look at that. That's our true history. Now, we're going to continue to dig up. I'm going to go out into space. I'm going to look more closely at cosmic radiation. I'll bring that to you in the regions over the course of the next however many months or whatever. We will continue the process of discovery. The history work will continue. We'll dig into more areas that we haven't gone into before. We will bring that to you guys. You guys have to do some work. And that means you should devour again the presentations that are on this, that have come through on this conference. We will produce them in printed form, we'll produce them in DVDs, we will get them, but you've got to really go through and really, in a sense, imbibe on these ideas. Change your soul. Defeat positivism. And we can do this. Now, the key to these campaigns is not logistics. I know about logistics, I handle them all the time. They're shit, excuse the French. What is really important in any campaigns and intervening in the political environment we have today is pure creativity. The creativity that, say, Jan showed when she went and, "What planet are you on, Mr. Rudd?" idea, right? That's creativity. And we had a very important lesson by Al Douglas in discussions with the executive, and that's, we actually learnt as an executive, as the leadership, you know, Nolan, myself, Robbie, Elisa, Gabby, we learnt, you know, from various stories that he recounted, the power of a few thoughts. If you think, and if you think about something and make discoveries, very powerful, or you decide to think about a problem and take action, then you change the universe. Now think about that, the power of a few thoughts. Many of us dismiss those thoughts. We say, "I can't do anything about it." But if you act on those thoughts, if you see an injustice, if you want to intervene on something, do it. And you might be surprised how powerful you actually are when you start to actually recognise the power of creativity and cognition. So it's been fun having you here in Melbourne. I hope we can do it again sometime. So, I mean, let's go and have some fun. Thank you very much. Yeah.